today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field, and of course the quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Less fanfare for Chris Godwin than other receivers of his ilk around the league, but he quietly put up 1,100 yards last season. The Buccaneers certainly noticed, and they handed him a new contract extension to continue being the catch magnet that he is. There's another one right there.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week: 23 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Play action. Now it's Brady. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since Week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. The numbers for Jones last week, the hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. A jet sweep, Dobbs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Crosby is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
Fournette once more on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Buccaneers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Brady. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. 20. 5. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
is Mason Crosby for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick six. So dealing with this deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Here's Brady to throw. And a catch right side by Evans.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Fournette, a first down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 12, Brady. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
He'll drop to throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones.
And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way. And he kept calling the plays that were working over and over. And they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? From the 25 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From midfield, here's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And oh, what a catch at the 2. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack. Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing is Rodgers.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And the lead will hold at 13.
Offense back out. There's the veteran bruiser, the running back, Leonard Fournette.
And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and the deficit will hold pat at 13. Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And Brady has it over the middle. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a play fake. Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got a pick before. That's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the draw, this is Fournette. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Brady going to throw. And that is incomplete. But Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's got a man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Give him 32 on the play.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, and that one going to be off target and incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out come the Bucs now.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Completes it again to Gage. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the 1st half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. The 2nd half starts with a carry by Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Rodgers. Buying time to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Could you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. So after the INT, it's Brady. Underneath, he's got Brate. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the deficit will hold pat at 13. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Up the middle, Jones. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 57 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. We often give credit to the O-line. There, 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing again on second down. Brady firing, and Julio Jones has it on his slant. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24, Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. He'll find Fournette again here. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Brady's throw complete to Otten. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Brady. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack goes to Chris Barnes.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Brady to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Succop's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Well,
the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we?
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, here this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And inside give to Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 68 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Brady. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A handoff to Fournette. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Brady. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Brady now to throw.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. To throw, it's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start the drive with White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On first down, Brady. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Throwing now is Brady. And he fires one incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Now Brady again. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he goes out right around the 39. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 33. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 30 on second down, Brady. Complete right side to Otten. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Brady.
He'll get this to Vaughn underneath.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Vaughn on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
On second down, it's Vaughn.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Brady now on first down. And this is caught by Evans.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
To throw again on second down. Brady firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Brady.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Again, it's Brady.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Brady gives this one to Vaughn.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Bucs now.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Brady going to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First target, first catch, and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Brady leaves with Vaughn on the draw. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady on the slant. He'll get it to Jones.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Chris Barnes.
Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, Johnson with a completion over the middle.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Brady. They'll set up the screen to Vaughn. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. From the 41, Brady. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Vaughn. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Now Crosby for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Brady's throw there, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Brady's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, he finds his man, complete. It's Vaughn. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And now here is another interception.
Rasul Douglas picks him. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Green Bay, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.